Describe yourself in 3 words.
High energy, optimistic, creative.
Do you get to apply those characteristics in your job today?
I think I do. I think it's good to have a lot of energy. Oftentimes, at least I find myself surrounded by people that actually need that. They need a little pick-me-up. So it's good, especially working in a startup environment. You want to bring that energy to the team. It's always good to be optimistic. And what was the last one?
It was the middle one. High energy.
Energy, optimistic.
Well, never mind.
Well, anyways, yeah. So
we got 2 out of 3.
I think it's good.
What job did you dream of when you were a kid?
I always wanted to be a vet when I was small, but then my hamster died and I realized I could never ever be a vet. I was so dramatic, holding my hamster at the vets because they had to put it down. I was like, this was the most dramatic moment ever for me. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't be a vet. And I wanted to be an opera singer. And then I figured out I don't have an opera singer voice, but I always did a lot of different creative things. And I got really into drawing. I got a camera for my birthday and I started taking pictures and videos of everything, and I just knew that I want to do something creative which combines all of those.
And from what I understand, you are a woman of many talents. We talked briefly and you told me that there are a couple of things that you do at the moment.
The main thing is that I'm head of marketing at a tech startup called Kaplena here in Zurich. And we do AI-powered text analysis. So that sounds very fancy. Everyone's talking about AI nowadays. But what it basically means is that we take large amounts of text data of what people are saying and we categorize it so that you can then tell the story of your data. So that's pretty cool. Another project I'm working on at the moment is to help upcoming independent creatives, so whether that's artists or musicians, to reach their full potential pretty much by giving them the information and tools that they need. So I also have an artist persona, which is kind of a new thing. So I've always actually made music, but I always was a bit too shy to actually have my own artist persona and be really out there. But I decided a few months ago to just do it, and it's super fun. I enjoy it.
Those are 3 very interesting things that you do. Head of marketing, tech startup, boom. Helping other creatives reach their full potential, boom. And then you have an artist persona. What is it called again?
My artist persona?
Yeah.
It's called Chilli Lallini.
You told me she was a bad bitch.
Yeah, she's a bad bitch, basically. She makes bad bitch music, fun bop type music. Well, actually, you could describe it as rap. Yeah, just fun music.
Would you say that's where your passion is?
Yeah, music is definitely my passion, and it's always been my passion. I started learning how to play the violin. That was my first official instrument when I think I was 9. Actually, my teachers always hated me because they would want me to play these songs, and I would start playing the song and then make my own song out of it. You can't do that, you have to play it just as it is. And so a little bit later down the line, I also picked up a guitar. I started learning some basic chords actually, but you don't need that much chord knowledge on the guitar to make basic pop songs. So I started out writing some pop songs, and then I got more into music production. I tried out everything, electronic music, and people were telling me you really have to stay in your lane, Sheila, stay with one theme, don't go to all these genres because people are going to be confused. And I was like, no. And so I decided to then later actually study film music composition. So writing soundtracks, music for full orchestras, anything actually. So I love music in all its different forms, and it's definitely my passion.
Tell me a little bit about how did you end up being head of marketing in this text analysis AI startup?
I studied film music composition, but I realized there was one thing that was missing. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm extremely extroverted. I know it's not always that obvious, but I'm joking. But I felt a bit lonely sometimes. When you're a film music composer, you sit in your cave all day, all night. You don't go outside, you don't talk to anyone, you just write on your projects, these really detailed. And it's nice, but I'm the type of person I need to get out. Otherwise, I'll go literally insane. I decided, okay, I need money anyways to finance my studies. Let's try something new. Let's try PR. So I printed actually a pink CV. It was really extra. So I went into London and I just marched into this music management company. I just said I'm looking for a position, this is me. They were like, oh, it would be perfect for you. PR. We actually need a PR assistant. They hired me on the spot, basically, and then I worked there while I was studying. So I started out in PR. And then after I graduated from my bachelor, I also then went from PR to being a marketing manager for a film production company. It was actually like marketing and a bit of business development, and have to really deal with a lot of rejection, and I don't like this feeling. I love actually meeting new people, finding out like new things about them and really letting them come out of their shell. The marketing side of this is way more fun than the sales side. And then I just did a couple more jobs in marketing, and I kind of somehow like slipped into this new tech scene, which I found really cool and interesting, and I got really into it. I was really excited about that. Marketing, that is so fun for me. It like doesn't even feel like a job. So that was all in London. This chapter was then closed because I decided to move to Switzerland again. Also, my family lives here. I knew I want to continue marketing because I'm good at it, but I don't want to work in a corporate setting. I want to work at a startup where I still have a lot of influence, basically. And one thing that I realized is that I don't really enjoy when you put me into one small box. I don't really know why I'm doing things. People are just giving me orders. I really prefer that I'm like, part of creating like the vision and crafting the vision. I love working on multiple things at once and like constantly learning new tools and new ways to communicate best with people through different marketing channels. And so, I thought probably startup environment is better for me. And I found Caplena. Something about Caplena just looked so wholesome to me. Pictures were like the co-founders like hiking in the mountains. I don't know, it was just such a wholesome vibe. I actually didn't fully understand what they even did. That's then why they needed me, so that people can understand better what they actually do. But I just had a good gut feeling about it. I put all my energy just to apply to that job. Really took my time. I personalized everything. I gave it my all into interviews, and then I got in and I was really happy, and now I've been there for 2.5 years and I really enjoy it.
What do you love most about your job?
The mix of creativity and strategy, and that I can influence it.
What is the biggest challenge?
Because it's a startup, I would say admin.
What does your day-to-day look like?
I wake up at 5:30. I'm a morning person. Immediately go outside for a walk with my dog. And this is the only time of the day where I'm truly antisocial. So I'm like full hoodie, like, just looking like this. And I usually listen to podcasts. I'm really into like thriller and all of that. So in the gloomy morning, I don't know, sets the mood for the day. Then I get back home, and if I'm working on something more strategic, then I really like to be alone, and so I can focus. If it's something more creative, then maybe I have to set up something for filming. Maybe I'm in some calls with different designers or videographers. Sometimes I'm also organizing events. So we did 18 international events this year. It's a mix of strategy but also creativity, and I actually love this mix. This is the best thing that you can do. Yeah.
Home office or office?
I would say hybrid.
Money or passion?
Passion.
Hard work or luck?
Hard work. Always.
What are a couple of weird things that people don't know about being an artist persona?
Putting yourself out there, it seems maybe easy. People are just posting random videos, but it's also at times you feel like a clown. This is part of being like an artist persona or anything that a creator, influencer, whatever. You just have to keep creating content, and you just have to accept that some of it will be super cringe. You have to be uncomfortable, and if it's cringe, it's cringe, but it's part of the process. In order to actually get good, you have to try out what actually works. There will be a lot that doesn't work, but if you're too scared to do anything and you're just paralyzed by fear, what are they gonna think and all of that, then it's actually even worse. Yeah.
If you had a single wish for one of these projects, what would that wish be?
I think it would be that project of helping artists. I want to see people who are maybe not so confident in themselves, or they've tried everything and they keep failing and they're doing so much, and I just want to help these people to realize that they can do it, and that success isn't always just luck or random, and that you can make it work.
How would people get in touch with you?
They could reach out to me on my Instagram profile. So that's just my name. Yeah, Sheila Bugal.
Everyone is looking for the secret to a happy life. What do you think that secret is?
This is going to sound super cheesy, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. You really have to enjoy the journey. And it's something so simple, but we keep forgetting it because we're so in the grind and we have this goal. And when I get this, then I'm gonna be happy. But what happens when you get the house or the job, or you're gonna be happy for like 1 minute? I mean, this is me when I reach my goals. I'm literally happy for a minute and then I'm like, so what's the next thing? That's why I think it's really important to be happy where you're at. And if you're not, that's also okay. To work on making your life work in a way that your every day makes you feel fulfilled and happy. That's the secret to being happy.
Where can we find your artist persona?
So my artist persona, Chilli Lallini. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, of course on Spotify, all the music platforms.
Dope. So people should reach out for a collab.